Hello there friends and welcome. Today I'm going to resume my stream of the third Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous DLC, the Treasure of the Midnight Isles, but now we have a second set of islands to clear. As far as I'm aware, you actually have 3 sets of islands. In my previous stream I did with the first set, which can be accessed as early as chapter 3. If you go for the DLC during the main story, that is. Now we are going to do the second set, which is unlocked at chapter 4. So hopefully there's a little more difficulty now. And better loot too, of course. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 islands. And I'm guessing the final one only has a boss. So I'll just wait for a few viewers to show up and then I can resume the stream. This time I have also cast Legendary Proportions on my Oracle's Wolf, just so I can ride him because my Oracle currently has Frightful Aspect to shaken the enemies without a save, which does increase his size. So let's just wait a bit. Feel free to send any comments, by the way. And I'll do my best to answer them.
You call?
I will not falter.
Well, I guess we might as well already go for the first island here. Oh, looks like it's going to have a Blackwater team with all the sci-fi stuff. I like all the colors from all of our buffs being applied. Anyways, let me just make a save here for the second set of the islands. Alright then.
Let us press on.
Also, we already spotted an enemy, I guess. But, okay, so Autumn Golem. I think there were a few of these in Kingmaker. The main quest of Wrath doesn't really have that many golems. Adamantine Golem and also a Summer Golem. And I guess you also have the very annoying aging debuff here. Yeah, just like one of the previous islands. Thankfully both our Angel and Aru can't really age. Well, first because he's an angel and she's a demon.
We should move.
I think not sure if I already cast... Yeah, I already cast Haste, okay. So let's just go for Inspired Rage and we can begin.
The struggles never cease. A bright future awaits.
Hopefully we can charge this column here.
I'll make my own legend. I will see this through.
And this should do it.
Save the last one for me. Now what is that?
We also get a Golden Golem. I have no idea what their death throws did. We are immune to it though.
We march ahead.
Oh, so now we already start finding highly enchanted loot. We have a +4 ring here. That's a big upgrade over the last set of islands that only had like +2 gear or so. Mostly, that is. I hope you guys can hear me just fine because I'm not reading any comments. Incubus Dominator. Thanks, Constantine. It's nice to have confirmation. You too, Morty. And welcome, by the way. Oh, it's that... It's hard to pronounce this demon. Oleodru. I know Jerrybeth is one from the main quest. I guess they are demons that use enchantment spells or something like that. Babao infiltrators are always the worst, especially if you were on unfair. That's great to hear, thanks Morty.
I will resist.
Hi there, Thomas.
I'll cut you wide open.
Leads on.
Oh, that's a lot of loot now from the infiltrators too. So I'm guessing if anything, you can really get a lot of extra money from this DLC.
I will guide us.
Although it's kind of a pity there's not much to spend your money on past
Adventures
chapter 4 or so.
I found something.
Oh, that's a trap. Let's stop moving here.
Open your heart to me. The spirits guide me. I hope you appreciate
I'm not sure why our Scald Song hour is lasting for so long, but I'm not complaining. Oh, so now there's a Cambion Defiler. Kinda low stats though, especially if you were on chapter 4. I guess the enemies are also aged, but since they are demons it doesn't matter.
Together we stand.
well.
The thing is, this dungeon lets us charge better for characters.
Discovery.
It's kinda crazy how Crusader's Edge is when you combine it with Sun Marked. Alright. Oh, a Merilith Conqueror. Hey there, Ronald. Nice seeing you here too. How I can play the real-time system? I actually really enjoy the real-time system. It's gonna look at how many attacks the Merilith has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then an extra tail attack, so she has 11 attacks per round. That's kinda crazy. So something that can help a lot, Ronald, when you're playing real time is to charge your characters before battle starts.
Hesitate.
Just like this.
We will win this war.
The enemy hasn't really detected us yet.
Prepare
This way you can get a very powerful alpha strike.
for my path.
I'll watch your back.
And your characters can move towards the enemy just fine, so long as there's nothing blocking the path here.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Just like this.
Contemplate
But yeah, the more characters you have, the higher the chances they'll get stuck or so. That's why you also have characters with reach weapons, like my Scald here, he's enlarged and he has a reach weapon, so he can attack from far away. Ideally you want to combine, you know, pets with mounted characters and other melee characters that have reach and higher size, so they attack from far away. Still forgetting some loot here.
I stand ready.
Fiendish Greater Earth Elemental.
We should
Alright.
This is my path.
I will help.
Search for
Good thing we can charge for Angel. Oh, and we also have the dreaded Vavakia, but this is just a normal Vavakia. Well, even for chapter 4 it wouldn't be that hard, because like 41 armor class on hard for chapter 4 is pretty low.
Into the fray.
At chapter 4 your characters are already super powerful and close to level 15 or 16.
Forwards!
Yeah, Morty, 3 dogs is the way to go. Dogs are very powerful. Plus they're dogs, I mean, who doesn't like dogs? But when it comes to the last patch, some other paths were also improved.
I stand ready.
Yeah, Suthian is right. Legendary proportions can make a big difference. Oh, that's a big Vrolikai demon. He's unique too, let's see. The Nasher. Yeah, so this one has beefier stats. Quite a lot of attacks. And decent armor class 2 for hard on chapter 4. He's just an outsider though. No class. Hopefully we can defeat him fast. Since we have very high AB anyways. There's also a different succubus here, Mythic. I think this is one of the first Mythic demons I saw in the DLC. I guess it makes kinda sense that they're starting at chapter 4. She started staggered, why? I guess she got the aging debuff? Maybe she's just immune to it and it's just showing here for some reason. Yeah, so the Vrolikai got knocked down by one of our pets. Let me see if I can find it here. The combat prompt. Yeah, I think there's a trip somewhere. Okay, so Rex is our Oracle's wolf. He got a trip maneuver against the big boss. That's why the tripping pets are so good. Let's hope he drops something nice. Vrolikais have lots of weapons. It's kinda weird they only come with daggers though. Let's see. Jab stab. Oh, it's a punching dagger. That's a rare weapon. It's a pretty good effect actually, so an extra 2d6 piercing damage on sneak attacks and it gets multiplied on a critical hit. Although daggers have kinda... punching daggers, I mean, have kinda crappy critical range. Punching daggers always remind me of Planescape Torment. There's a lot of punching daggers there for characters like... I forgot the name of the Tiefling lady. She's one of the party members. So that's the first island. There's a lot more powerful loot already. But the enemies haven't been that much powerful yet. Considering... yeah, that's her name, Anna. I'm pretty sure she comes with punching daggers. There's a lot of weirder weapons in Planescape Torment. Probably because the setting is already pretty weird. Let me just make a save for the second of the islands here. So Vrolikais will start appearing now. They can be pretty annoying demons. The mythic ones at least. Like the normal ones aren't really that troublesome. Some of the mythic ones can be really annoying though because they hit for a lot of attacks and they hit very hard too. With level drain and stuff like that. Oh, we have a new debuff. Look at this. Cannibalistic Undertow. Every time a cannibal devours a corpse, they go into a rage similar to a barbarian's rage. How the hell do you devour a corpse? I mean, I know Pillars of Eternity 2 has a cannibal class, but... I don't think any of our characters can devour corpses. Anyways.
I'll make my own legend. Strike as one.
Now, Cam is more for rapiers. Oh, we also have a Korsh. I guess that's how I pronounce it. I've always enjoyed this enemy. It's kind of like a big anatomy model. Gallo demons here too. And Omoxes. Omoxes are kind of weird. I think lore-wise they're like poop demons or something like that. Let's see if there's something hidden here, otherwise we can just resume. I wonder if there's a debuff if we hit the weird cloud. No, we can't go there. Oh, we have to cast haste again. Something I'm liking about this second set of islands is that the corridors are wider. That's always great. Oh, some undead enemies are going to spawn from the ground now, I think. That's usually how they come.
My will is resolute.
So let's go for the Skull Song and wait with our party members.
To battle, my friends.
Your struggles
Like-
end here.
Just a normal zombie.
I will lend you my aid.
Not falter.
Well, I was kind of expecting that Great Shield skeleton that usually appears, at least in the first set of the islands. Another course. They actually have a unique ability. I think it's where they skin you or something like that. Let me see if I can find it here. Yes, seize skin. They can skin you alive. It's not a hard fortitude difficulty class, but I mean, if your character is weaker.
The light, take you.
Oh, the zombie ranger was smart enough to use instant enemies, so it is pretty high level. Yeah, that's a 14 ranger zombie.
Attack.
Dread a succubus with starts with stat that make no sense. I mean, in the first DLC, we already fought... Oh, let me just check this unique enemy here. Nahindrian Rhapsodist, a level 20 bard. Buffed to the brim. But pretty low armor class. Usually characters that have low armor class are really easy to defeat. So you're saying there's a succubus with high stats here. I mean, the first DLC we already had succubi with 80 armor class on unfair. So nothing surprises me anymore. So black pearl panda. Oh, this is just trash. I thought it was like a unique item or something.
We should move. Let us press on.
Desna, guide my hand. What do we have here? Now, what is that?
Oops, Cam actually blew the trap.
I am helpful. Am I not?
I find enemies with high armor class to be the more annoying ones, because if they have low armor class, even if they hit hard, you destroy them super fast.
We march ahead.
Oh, a zombie is called. A level 17 is called. So the enemies here have more class levels, it seems.
Please.
This is my path.
Let's just see if we can charge at him.
Stand.
Let us not hesitate.
Sadly we can't. I guess some of the stairs are blocking us.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
The spirits demand your blood. Killing is what I was made for.
The ghostly oracle casts Plague Storm. The spell is so annoying, but our angel makes us immune to diseases. The angel buffs are so much. So good, I mean. Later you think the enemies will traumatize me, Thomas. Who knows? I mean, at least we are an angel.
You are today's sacrifice.
So we have some elementals here. The elementals are kind of blocky and annoying to hit. We got hit with an electricity trap, but we are immune.
Guide my blade.
Let's open this little chest here. Oh wait, there's still another enemy left. Another demon. Yeah, Ronald, Playful Darkness is supposed to be pretty annoying to defeat. At least now they give you a warning before you fight it. Before you just get instantly killed Well, most parties anyways, the first time you meet Playful Darkness. Playful Darkness is kinda like a boss that you wanna cheese with some strategies, like, yeah, spawning the swarms to destroy it, because the swarms don't have to roll to hit Playful Darkness and can bypass the outrageous armor class it has.
We will be victorious.
And speaking about Playful Darkness, we have a Death Snatcher. It's the same enemy type as Playful Darkness, but this one is just a normal one at least.
Into the fray.
There's a pretty annoying one at chapter 4. The ones here don't have any mythic levels at least. Like some of my characters are stuck at the back here. I guess this Playful Darkness mini was moving towards Arushale but got destroyed. By default, I think you have to cast Positive Energy to defeat them. Yeah, Playful Darkness is super powerful. I have to handle the trap here.
I wonder.
Man, I can only wonder how much experience you can get from this DLC if you're doing it in the normal order, because there's quite a lot of experience here, apparently. Oh, we can't loot these ones. I kinda hate how the inspect enemy will also highlight dead enemies. It makes me think we can loot them. Death Snatcher Portrait. Yeah, it only appears in turn base, right? And speaking about swarms, thankfully our angel makes us immune to their drains. Oh, we also have an Abyssal Salamander. Let's snipe it with arrow. The salamanders are pretty annoying on Black Water.
Go for their heart.
Like, the tick swarms are immune to physical damage, but they are not immune from our holy damage that comes from the sun-marked angel buff. Well, we have a unique drum, Wand of Thundering Drums. Well, unfortunately, it's bad. I don't get why they give you wands like these, like, so late in the game. I'm not sure if I already went here.
What's that there?
Let's disarm the trap first.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Oh wait, like enemies, undead enemies are spawning right below us. Kinda like Return of the Living Dead.
I'll make my own legend.
We'll have to wait a bit.
Open
And the panel was actually way in the back.
Protect you with my life.
your struggles in here. I hope you appreciate this.
Ronald, the Bane of Spirit is a pretty powerful item because it converts the damage into force. You have to keep using it because it only lasts like 1 round, I think. But force damage is irresistible, so it can be quite powerful for a lot of stuff, especially Cave Fangs, although I think they nerfed Cave Fangs recently. The zombies had enchanted gear, but just +1.
Adventures await.
Let's keep on going. Okay, so I've been here already. I guess I gotta find a place I haven't been to yet. Yeah, Allcat does enjoy increasing the stats of the enemies. I mean, in one way I kinda understand, because the enemy stats from the official books are very low. Like, they're super low, actually. They are more like for a party of beginner players who don't really understand the system yet, and so on. Okay, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going now. I guess at the bottom of the map here, maybe. Hello there, hero. Nice seeing you here. Yeah, so this cloud does something, I guess.
March ahead.
Okay, so I'm just going back to the entrance. Let me see if I can find where I'm supposed to be going now. Okay, there's nothing here, I guess. Glad you managed to. Yeah, I think the environment is pretty cool too. I know some people don't like Blackwater, you know, the dungeon where you have like fantasy with science fiction. I enjoyed the combination between both. I'm also looking forward to it, although I don't really know much about Warhammer's lore. So it's going to be a first for me. I've only like seen some memes and such. Okay, so I have no idea where to go now. I guess maybe there's an opening at this part. Okay, so the door is locked here. I'm kinda bad with maps sometimes.
Me help.
I do wish we could scroll faster. Maybe we can change that in a setting somewhere. Because so far I'm just going back and forth the same places. I'm from Brazil, actually. Thanks. Okay, maybe here. Ah, so there's the door.
Let us press on.
I'm guessing there's going to be enemies at the next door. I'm not sure about that, Ronald. I mean, I never heard it. But it would be nice if we had like an artificial intelligence mythic path. I know one of their adventure paths, like Iron Gods, I think, it's about an artificial intelligence that's trying to become a god. Also, this is a mythic succubus. Kinda low stats though, for chapter 4. Man, my bard is rushing ahead, I don't like that. The Scald, I mean. The Scald should always be at the back. Okay, so the other characters are stuck because I chose the hold option, so that's why. Oh, so that's one of the big Glabrezus. This Glabrezu is kinda weird. It has kinda low stats, but is massive in size.
Do not hold back.
And it always revives too.
We march ahead.
Alright, so is there still more for this area? I think the islands are becoming bigger now. Or it might just be me. It feels like they are longer. Bubble Buffs has been updated already for the patch. I'm using it. I haven't really checked on the other mods though. Bubble Buffs is the most important one to me.
This is my path.
Okay, so this is the boss, or the mini boss. Maybe?
We won't fall here. I swear.
Primal Trent and Ancient Blighted Quickwood. Oh, there's a lot of other 3 enemies here. Ah, okay, so here's the mini boss, Burnt Root Warden. A level 20 druid. I'm going to have to snipe it with arrow. I guess its powers are going to be the spells. Oh, he can summon Elder Worms. And also has Death Clutch. The other spells aren't really... well, besides Finger of Death, I guess. So let's snipe it with arrow. And I keep forgetting to use Ranger Spawn with Aruchu.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, so Aru was able to destroy it before he got a spell. Hopefully it drops something nice. Okay, Cloak of Cinders, this is new. A Cloak of Resistance +5 that also grants a Fiery Aura for 2d8 fire damage. Well, I mean, most of the enemies at this point are going to be mostly immune to this fire damage because they have high fire resistance. But it is a Cloak of Resistance +5, so there's no reason not to use it. I'll give it to one of my pets, since they're always ahead of us. Probably, let's see which one. Yeah, my Oracle's Wolf. And I actually have to upgrade Cam's dog with a +5 Cloak of Resistance. Assuming I can find it now. There's so much loot here. Well, Ronald, it's mostly because this part here is meant to be done at Chapter 4, and I'm like at Chapter 5. But by default, it unlocks at Chapter 4. Although for a Chapter 4 party, this should be pretty easy too. Assuming you are like a strong Mythic path. My god, where's the cloak? Okay. And my horse can also use more saves. But yeah, I'm guessing if you were doing it normally, like normal progression, you would probably be spamming Storm of Justice depending on the battle, like for this little boss battle here. It's nice that they let you loot stuff you missed at the end. It definitely shouldn't be difficult if you were at Chapter 4 with an Angel, I mean. As a Merged Angel or Lich, you can hit level 9 Mythic spells even at Chapter 3. So by now you would already be extremely overpowered. So now we are the second set of islands. At least I'll have enough Storms and Bolts of Justice for when the enemies get truly overpowered. Alright. Oh, we actually spawned right on top of the enemies this time. And we even have a Balor. It's just a normal Balor though. The mythic ones are the ones that are truly annoying. Lilithus, yeah, only the mythic ones are annoying, but they used to be a lot stronger because they had like a massive amounts of attack per round, but I think that was bugged, so they fixed it. And a Colossus Defiler. Oh, these ones are probably going to be pretty easy because they rely on mind affecting spells, and our Angel Halo makes us immune to them all.
I'll make my own legend.
Let's see if we can charge. We can't. Okay, we can charge the Colossus.
I'll watch your back.
The goddess protects us.
I'm prepared.
And Aru is going to snipe the Balor.
Desna, guide my hand.
They will break against our resolve.
We also have a Marilith there. The Mythic Balors, when they explode, they also deal irresistible damage. That's usually very annoying.
Something.
It's kind of weird that a Balor drops a +1 longsword. Like, imagine being a Balor and your strongest weapon is +1. And the Marilith has like normal scimitars. So much for being a Marilith.
I am helpful.
Yeah, Ronald, that's what makes Merged Casters so powerful. I'm hoping for the enhanced edition, I mean, they allow us to merge with more mythic paths or more classes. So we have some golems now. Oh, and also one of the overpowered pillars. Another pillar of eternity here. Sedative knife. That's a unique NPC too. There's a lot of barred enemies now. He's already shaken because of our frightful aspect. It's such a powerful buff. Yeah, Marin, I think it's because for Wrath, they went with mythic paths based on creatures. On outsiders, I mean powerful outsiders. So we have Angel, Demon, Devil, Lich, instead of classes like Archmage and so on. Hello there, Elvis. Nice seeing you here.
I am helpful, am I not?
Cam is helpful as always. That's a little... Okay, so let's see if the unique NPC drops something. Unfortunately, it's only normal stuff. I'm surprised by how long the DLC is so far. I was expecting it to just be like the first part of Islands. So this is nice. Let's haste again. Once you go haste, you really don't go back. Like, moving without haste becomes so annoying. Oh, Vavak Soul Crusher. It's still not one of the annoying mythic ones, at least. Yeah, pretty low armor class for chapter 4. Smoking Wound. I like sometimes reading all the unique abilities the enemies have. Alright, let's snipe the Vavakia with Aru. Six-Handed Doom, that's a unique Merilith. Somewhat higher armor class. But her attack bonus is kinda low for hard. Alright. Man, and I still keep forgetting to use Aru's Ranger Bond for extra attack bonus and damage against demons for our entire party. You can actually pre-buff with Ranger's Bond, which is what you should always do. Don't bother casting it during battle because it's going to waste an action. It lasts like a decent amount of time, so 1 minute. It's plenty of time. Elvis, I didn't really rest much at chapter 3. I don't tend to rest, I mean, usually I rest before entering a new area. I don't tend to rest inside an area.
What's on your mind?
Only for the like big, really big dungeons, like the Siege of Dresden. I like rest 1 or 2 times.
I hope you appreciate this.
Let us press on.
Well, you can run out of buffs fast, however, that's why you go for the Enduring Spells and then Greater Enduring Spells line, which makes your buffs last 24 hours. That's why all of my buffs here, like most of them, have 9 hours or so, because I rested before. So everything here, almost everything here lasts for forever, basically.
Stand with me.
Kinda weird fighting a normal zombie suddenly. So it's a normal zombie, yet it's a level 17 zombie who also has 17 in undead for 34 hit dice. I like how Alcat sometimes throw these enemies like an uber zombie is just called zombie. Despite being a level... Oh, and we also have like randomly a Lich here. This poor Lich isn't really properly pre-buffed. It's gonna drop down fast. Although it can cast level 9 spells.
We march ahead.
Nothing like a random lich. It reminds me of Baldur's Gate 2, where you like find a secret door in a tavern. You go there and then suddenly you fight a super powerful lich who was just peacefully resting behind a tavern. It's kinda crazy.
I stand ready.
Prepare yourself.
I found something.
Oh, we also have more pillars here, so let's destroy the pillar first. And I guess a special Vrolikai. Well, it doesn't have any mythic level, so we should be fine. Oh, there's... I noticed for the DLC, a lot more enemies will keep on coming, which can be troublesome depending on your party. I think they cast like a fire spell here, but we have high fire resistance. Yeah, it would be really nice, Ronald, if Protective Luck and Fortune Hacks could last forever without having to spam chant. But it's super cheesy too.
I was successful in my
Oh, we almost
search.
missed
Our path leads
a hidden
on.
item. Who's been holding... It's... Oh, that's nice. It's like a chest being held by the machine crane. Lucky Hand Sandwich. Do I already know this? Up here I have yet to play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm planning on getting the early access. I know there's a lot of hype around it. Wait, let me check if I already have... Okay, so I don't know. This is a new recipe. The DLC has a new recipe. Lucky Hand Sandwich. Let's see what it does. And if it can beat the super powerful Conflagrant Taco. Of course, first I have to actually find the recipe. Kind of a pity that it doesn't show what it does. I guess once we go back to the boat, I'll check what this food recipe is. Honestly, Ronald, Protective Luck and Fortune Hacks are actually some of the strongest buffs, especially for Unfair and especially for the late game. Of course, it does require you to use Chant or Cackle to extend them though. Also, we have an Arashka Gal cultist now. Bad memories from Nenio's special dungeon.
This is my path.
Let me just check something because... Yeah, the cultist has lowish armor class, but kinda high attack bonus.
We can do it.
Let's go for the rogue with Aru.
Resist.
Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't come close to Wrath of the Righteous, you think, Fickenstein? Well, it's still an early access, but yeah, I was kinda hoping it was closer to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Still, I'm guessing it's going to be a very fun game, regardless. But yeah, I was hoping it was more in the style of Pathfinder and the older Baldur's Gates. Oh, we have like a golden sight, golden sickle. It's just a +4 sickle.
I will guide us.
Oh, we can use a machine here. Oh, Xace just opened the door. How generous of Ocat, now we have 2 Diamond Dust. And you think we only need like 10 to cast a single spell. But hey, it's double the amount we found on the previous islands. A 5th edition real-time with pulse game. I wonder, I actually don't know much about 5th edition, I have to research it first. I only know like 2nd edition with Baldur's Gate, and then 3rd edition with Neverwinter Nights and Pathfinder, but I don't really know much about 5th edition yet. Okay, so Succubus Sharpshooter. This was the one in the first DLC that had Uber stats. They are kinda normal here though, at least.
I'll make my own. The world has suffered enough.
Thankfully we can charge right at her, so she's gonna drop super fast.
We should move.
Well, it's kind of hard to hit, you know, 100 plus armor class and with your angel and so on. But defense is pretty important too.
Something over there.
Well, I guess we're just going to blow the trap because we already set Sosi and his dog charging. Oh, that was a powerful trap. Destruction. Did we fail the save? Of course he rolled a 1. So we have to heal poor Sosi. Yeah, I also think it's pretty nice that we can change between real-time with pause and turn-based here in Pathfinder games. Something I don't like about Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is that you kind of have to select the one you want, and then you're stuck with it for the entire game. Let me just cast Heal on Social.
I'll help where I
Lend
can.
you my aid.
Strike as one.
So basically the trap was only tough because you rolled a 1.
Something.
Haru has so much perception, like 57. I'm also not a fan of how in Deadfire, turn-based plays very different from real-time. Like the rules are different, some spells work differently.
I tire of waiting.
I like how in Pathfinder they work the same, basically.
Stand ready.
Okay, so we have some air elementals now. Let's target the pillar with Aru.
Yourself.
Oh, a siege golem. This is a unique golem, actually. A unique model, too. So, let's see. I like how the enemies have such high levels, like the Construct is level 37. Okay, so he does have pretty high attack bonus for once. 54, but only 2 attacks, although it hits for very high damage. Yeah, I really want to get the Construct
Guide my
dealt with
hand.
fast. Let's have everyone aggro the Construct.
Without risk.
And also a unique wizard, Demon May Care Joestantine. That's a funny name. So he's a level 20 wizard. And has some level 9 spells, including Wail of the Banshee. Okay, so this battle could be tough, like if you're at chapter 4. It's a battle where I would consider using the angel spells. But at this time I have to wait for my turn to begin again. Oh wait, Aru pretty much sniped the Construct by getting a critical hit. Close to 300 damage, so that's great for us. Let's go for the Demon May Care now before he casts a spell. He did have pretty high hit points for a wizard. And he did manage to get Icy Prison at us, but we have high saving throws.
Guide my blade.
Well, the DLC, you actually can do it... Ah, so you're saying it's pretty tough standalone. Yeah, I heard that actually. Apparently you don't gain much experience. Oh, so we do get a lot of stuff here from the Demon May Care boss. Mini-boss, that is. Let's see. So he has some +6 gear. Well, the gear isn't really... Ah, there's a special robe. So, Robe of the 7 Sins. Ah, this is the robe I heard about. Yeah, this is a pretty much build maker. So, you get +3 extra caster level, which is extremely powerful. Then an extra +1 to your difficulty class, also super powerful. And +5 competence to overcome spell resistance. The last part is not that good at this point, but overall this robe is super OP. We might as well give it to our angel. But yeah, for a character that likes spam death spells, these robes are amazing. Any spellcaster really, because +3 to caster level is great. I wonder if I'm breaking... Let me check something. Yeah, I don't think I'm breaking... I'm only 32, which is, I guess, the max for Oracle. Yeah, 24-hour displacement and greater invisibility. Lich can do that. I think we can do that now, too.
Falter.
Well, Angel can't really cast those spells. And one of their main buffs already grants 24-hour displacement. But yeah, this is pretty powerful.
Our path leads.
Certainly worthy of a mini-boss. Oh wait, I think we also got some powerful rods. Like greater meta magic rods. Let me check. Okay, Cairo, so you're saying you had a run wiped by a ooze? Some of the slime and ooze enemies can be pretty tough. Alright, so... The wizard also dropped... Maximize meta magic rod? Well, at this point it's kinda disappointing because it's only up to 6 spells. Greater persistent meta magic rod. This is pretty good. And I don't think we had one before in the main game. Greater quicken is always amazing as well because it works with all spells. So overall, this wizard dropped a lot of nice stuff. Oh, so I want to check what the new recipe is. Let me just send a character there.
Adventures await. Let us not hesitate. I will guide us.
So let's see. It's like Lucky Sandwich or something like... Okay, Lucky Hand Sandwich. +5 cooking bonus to all skill checks. And you roll twice for skill checks. Well, oh, it's also a favorite dish of Wojciech. Well, I mean, for tripping builds, it can be pretty powerful. And also, persuasion builds like Trickster, because you gain +5 and roll twice and pick the best result. But overall, the Conflagrant Taco is a lot better. Oh, damn. My character is actually dismounted when I chose to rest there. I didn't rest though, yeah. So this was a respectable cooking recipe too. Now let's go for the 4th island, I think. Ronald, when it comes to the dog, I mean... You have to cast Legendary Proportions on the dog if you want to have Social ride it by being enlarged.
The goddess protects us.
Let me see if I have the spell here.
With your heart, not
I think Cam has.
Our time
Yeah, my angel has it. So Animal Growth is only a single size increase, but Legendary Proportions is a 2 size increase. If you want to enlarge Social, you need Legendary Proportions on the dog. Then enlarged Social can ride it. So the loot is a lot better now. I'm planning later on releasing a video after I finish this DLC with the best loot we can find here. Let me just ride the pets again. This is why, Ronald, for example, my wolf here is bigger than the dogs. Because it has legendary proportions. No, you only need to be a single size bigger than the rider. The problem is when you cast Enlarger on Social, he becomes bigger as well.
Please, allow me.
I will see this through.
Wait, so let me just ride the
Life's
pets.
Final surprise. And I am
Here and Social here.
A bright future awaits us.
I will not falter.
And also our Oracle's Wolf. Okay. Do I need haste? I do.
This is my path.
You call.
And I'll cast Branger's Bond at last because I keep forgetting to do it.
We march ahead.
And we have lots of demons. Like the Vavakia here. This tree I'm guessing is going to block our charge. Oh well.
I'll make my own legend.
We also have a Lily too.
Into the fray.
Our characters are moving the other way. I guess because of the succubus enchanter that spawned. Oh, we also have a tough Baylor. He doesn't seem that tough, besides high hit points. At least it's not a mythic Baylor.
Make your peace.
Your existence offends the goddess.
As always, attacks of opportunity are always very fun. The demons here so far don't seem to be as strong as the ones you fight in the main game, because most of them don't have mythic levels. And the ones with mythic levels are the ones that tend to be annoying. So we have a Gallo now. Do we still have Ranger spawned? We do. That's why it's nice to prep buff with it.
Used in other ways.
Sadly we can't charge towards it.
We will prevail.
Oh, Mythic Painajai Dreamslayer. This one can be annoying too. Like I said, the mythic ones are always the annoying ones. Let's go with Aru to snipe him. And yeah, it's true that the dog starts smaller than the horse. The horse is, I think, the only one that starts at large. All the other ones are medium or small. This map layout kind of reminds me of Winter Sun.
I'll watch your
We
back.
should move.
Okay, so let's charge at the Shadowcaster, since
No
Assuming-
reason to pause.
The goddess protects us.
we can't really charge at the Vrolikai Shadowkeeper,
I can't cast
The
it like that.
struggles never cease.
but we can snipe it. I think the enemies now are becoming a bit stronger.
Ready. There is no greater satisfaction than overcoming a challenge. That is, of course, until one day the challenge overcomes you.
The loot is also better. Oh, we found a trap.
I am helpful.
I will guide
Am
us.
I not?
Yeah, this is very close to the Winter Sun map. We even have a little well here. Just an assassin, like no name or anything. Oh, the assassin is actual level 10, which that's weird for an assassin. Yeah, Blackwater can be painful indeed, Ronald.
Let us not hesitate.
I will help where I can.
Thankfully, we can mostly
I
charge at the
think it should
assassin
work.
here.
Is it flawed? I'm prepared.
We are the light. They are the
Oh, there's a lot
darkness.
of other enemies too. I need Ranger spawned again with Aru.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
Yeah, you do need electric weapons or adamantine to truly destroy the cyber demons in Blackwater. Well, this assassin mob is pretty weak.
In this war.
Can we charge if we go here? Nope. But we can charge at the other ones. So I'll just have Aru snipe the one over there.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Adventures await.
Please, allow me.
Together we stand.
Also, it's also a mythic Calavacus. Yeah, 600 hit points, 54 armor class. That's a pretty tough one.
The world has suffered enough.
Rely on me.
Open your heart to me.
I stand ready.
But thankfully, we get the advantage here.
Do not fear. Do
So he
not
should explode pretty fast. And he was also tripped by one of our dogs.
Made for.
Damn.
Something is not right here.
There's a trap here. Yeah, the enemies now are definitely becoming tougher. Although if you were a chapter 4 with a strong mythic, I don't think it would be that troublesome.
Let us press on.
Because after all, I'm not really using any spells. You could always save like your storms or bolts of justice for these battles. I don't think there's
March ahead.
any way to leave so far.
This is my path.
I kinda prefer the more straightforward maps. Yeah, I think I was just walking in circles.
Bright future awaits us.
Alright, so this is the little path. We have to go Six-Handed Doom. The special Merilith, but not a mythic one. Oh, it's like that one with 11 or 10 attacks per round, okay. Can I charge at her? Nope.
I'll make my own legend.
I will defend my dream.
Oh, a mythic Merilith Conqueror.
Your pain
Let's
is
get
my
her.
pleasure.
I tire of waiting.
Once again, it's kinda weird that the super powerful Meriliths only have masterwork weapons.
I will guide us.
Oh, Tainted Retriever Watcher. Yeah, it's not really troublesome besides the Petrification Ray if you roll a 1.
To battle, my
Should be dealt
friend.
with fast.
Struggles end here.
You are beyond redemption.
We got a Baleful Polymorph trap. Thankfully we saved.
Godspeed.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
Alright. So let's just loot.
Let us press on.
And that's it for this island. I don't think we actually fought a boss, did we? A mini boss, I mean. Ronald, so... Well, the mass animal buffs, if you don't have Camellia, you can use any other spellcaster because both Arcane and Divine spellcasters have access to the mass animal buffs. For example, my Angel Oracle has one. I could get the others, but there's not much point because I already have Cam for all of them. Like Social as a Cleric has them all too, including Mass Cat's Grace, which he can get from Animal Domain. Now it's the 5th island. Let's hope for more OP loot. As for my Angel Shadow Shaman guide, that Shadow Shaman can actually learn all of the animal buffs too. Oh, I have to ride my pets again, I think.
I will not falter. These
Oh, my
magics
wolf
should be used
legendary
otherwise.
proportions ran out. Let's recast it. I just realized that I don't have Sword of Heaven on. Probably because, unfortunately, you can't get it to 24 hours anymore. It's at most going to be 10 minutes, which is kinda annoying to keep recasting again and again.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your
We
eyes.
should move.
Alright, we should be able to do it now. I hope I'm not missing any buffs. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of all of this stuff. Brown fur as a buffer is really nice indeed. Especially if you make a Lich. I mean, if you want to play one. Another trap. What they did, MT, was that enduring spells won't work with abilities and items anymore. Only real spells. For example, if Cam drinks her mutagen, which only lasts 10 minutes, even though she has greater enduring, it's not going to become 24 hours anymore.
We cannot be defeated.
Oh, a Minotaur Evocator and a Half-Fiend Guardian Minotaur. I think the model for these ones are new. I don't recall any little winged Minotaurs before. I forgot to use the Scald Rage song.
Contemplate on your mistakes.
Oh, there was actually smart to cast Sirocco on us. Sirocco is super annoying.
Stand with me.
I forgot to charge. Hopefully we can defeat them fast.
I will erase your ugliness.
I think one of the Minotaurs tried charging at us. Oh, so here we are. A carnivorous crystal at last. It's been a while since we fought one. That's the first one here for the DLC. I really want to see if I can charge it, because the carnivorous crystals are super annoying. Although as an angel I think we are basically immune to the crystal stun anyways, because it should be mind affecting.
I'm
I
prepared.
stand ready.
What's on it should work.
My
Is
will
it
is
flawed?
We
resolute.
will win this war.
Well, we can only charge with our...
The goddess protects us.
Let's move our characters a bit closer.
Together, we stand.
And Scylla has also dropped
I
from
will
her
help
horse.
where I can.
Yeah, Brown Fur can indeed get 24-hour buffs super fast, especially if a Lich.
There's beauty hit now.
A
What am I
bright
missing?
future.
Well, I can't seem to charge at it, I guess something is blocking the path. Oh, we also have an ancient carnivorous crystal, and they're even backed by a pillar. That could be annoying. Like, there's 2 ancient crystals. 4! That's a stacked battle. So maybe we cast Storm with our angel. Although, you know, the crystals aren't evil, I think they're just like neutral. So they wouldn't take much damage from the angel anyways. I think we can melee them. The crystals are very annoying, like they're one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Because of their like petrification damage. These ones aren't really that tough though. They also take a lot less damage. Just check to see if everyone is fine. Yeah, thankfully. Basically, if the crystals can stun you, I don't think they can actually petrify you reliably.
Something over there.
Which is their most annoying ability. Oh, that was a cloud kill trap. A wand of greater magic weapon. That's a new item too, but you know, at this point, who cares?
I will guide us.
Oh, we have a Devastator. This is one of the enemies with unique models. We also fight one in the main game. It always surprises me how weak it is though. I guess this one has a lot higher attack bonus though than the one we fight in the main game.
Together we stand.
Thankfully we can charge with some of our characters. I definitely want my Scald Rage for this battle.
Rely
And
on
charge
me.
with as many as we can.
This through.
No reason to pause.
I will lend you my aid.
Well,
But we can actually charge with everyone, so he should drop very fast.
make your peace.
It's one of the coolest enemy models, I think, especially because of the big size. It actually got ripped. It's kind of fun when you trip these big enemies. Oh, there's even like a secret item here.
Godspeed.
Too bad it didn't drop anything, I guess. Feels like it was just an optional battle.
What's that there?
Let's disarm the trap first.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yeah, Genie Kind is really powerful too, especially for Elemental Barrage proccing.
Not an option.
Oh, we should deal with the pillar.
In the holy light.
Basically, because we have high elemental resistance, damage reduction, I mean,
We should move.
all of the elemental spells here aren't really doing much.
I will not. These
The stuff the pillar spams at you, I mean.
The
Did I
world has
mess up
suffered
again?
enough.
Like, let me check what powers this pillar has. Rain Shadows. Yeah, it's basically just going to deal fire damage. Oh, Zealous Follower of Baphomet, a level 16 Wa Priest. This one has decent armor class. Let's snipe at it with arrow. We have even more.
The world in crimson.
Thankfully, they can't really match our power. Yeah, everyone still has a lot of hit points left. The loot seems kind of disappointing though. For all of the enemies we fought.
Let us press on.
More carnivorous crystals there.
Please, be
And another
careful.
trap. Well, might as well deal with the enemies and then
These magics
disarm the
should
trap
be
there.
used in other ways.
Did I mess up again? I will lead on.
This is my path.
Alright.
Rely on me.
Sadly, we can't charge with
No
anyone.
reason to pause.
I heed the voice of
That's
the
always
spirits.
annoying.
No mercy for the wicked.
I am helpful.
I stand
Our
ready.
time has come.
Let us be on.
Together
Let's
we
loot.
stand.
We almost forgot the chest. Mithril Pocket Mirror. Oh, it's just vendor trash.
We march ahead.
I'll make my own legend.
Let's see if we can charge with
Win
some.
this war.
I stand ready.
I will help where I can.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Adventures away.
Charging always solves a lot of issues.
It's either us or them.
So there's a lot of Minot. Oh, Baphomet's Forerunner. This seems unique too. Not much though, it's like a War Priest. Let's snipe at it with arrow.
Concentrate on your mistakes.
Alright. Oh, we got another golden icon. Unholy symbol of Nahindri. Let me check. And also a unique Warhammer, Face Smasher. Furyborn and Keen. Furyborn isn't really that useful. But whenever it lands a hit, the target must make a fortitude save of 35 difficulty class. This is quite high. Or become staggered. I mean, it is a Warhammer. I don't think anyone bothers using Warhammers. But it can be a decent weapon. Ronald, you are saying False Life and Aid are definitely the most ignored strong spells. Well, All of my characters always have aid. False Life, not really, because I don't have like a Lich that can cast False Life on everyone.
Open
But
your heart to me.
I do have Greater False Life with Cam. I actually forgot to cast it, by the way. Alright. But yeah, temporary hit points work very good as another layer of defenses.
Attack!
If you notice here, all my characters have quite a lot of temporary hit points, like 81, 61, 61, 115. This really can help. Especially if you are on unfair, of course.
Our path leads on.
Oh, I forgot to check like the golden item. It's another lore item, I think. Let me check here. Now, where is it? Okay, so pink pearl. I am rolling a pearl of rare pink hue in my palm. I think all of these lore items are related to the boss you fight at the end of each island section. I can't really guess what kind of boss you're going to fight from just a pink pearl. But we should be close to the boss. Like the exit should be nearby, I think. There we go.
We should move.
Alright, so now we are at the penultimate island before the boss. It should be like island 6. So we are very close. I guess the layout changed again. Yeah, the map layout kind of looks like the houses inside the Demon City at Chapter 4. And we also get a new map effect, Elusive Undertow. Every creature suffers a -1 penalty on will saving throws. And whenever they fail, they take 1d6 force damage. That's not really troublesome. I mean, we are basically immune to mind affecting spells anyways because of our Angel Halo.
Struggles never cease.
So let's just keep going.
This is my path.
Danger ahead!
More random zombies. Yeah, the battle music also changed to the Chapter 4 one inside the Demon City. Oh, we have a Siabre demon. Or enemy. I don't know what a Siabre is. Oh, I think it's an undead druid. So let's, you know, the classic snipe the caster away.
Make your peace.
Hello there, Tenacious. No worries. Glad to see you here anyways.
Godspeed.
Gym is always a worthy pursuit. We do fight a Siabre in Winter Sun, I think. It's like the undead enemy at the end of it. Man, the problem is these little houses here are so tight. It's hard to move for all of our characters. Control that Bodak. Right, so Bodaks keep spamming negative levels, but we do have Death Ward on everyone.
Together
Who's
we
controlling the
stand.
Bodak though? Oh, the Lich. Tenacious.
I will
Well, the enemies are getting tougher now because we are the second set of islands. And the loot is a lot better too, so we did found some pretty powerful loot.
We will prevail.
Sneaky Lacedon. I actually know what Lacedons are. They're like aquatic ghouls or guests. I know in Baldur's Gate 2 you fight a Lacedon.
I will
Hello there,
resist.
Terrence. I am great, thank you. What about you? Well, nothing special loot-wise from this battle, I think.
We march ahead.
And thank you for watching and being here, friend. I'm actually planning on a lot more Pathfinder guides, especially updated ones, once the Enhanced Edition comes. Oh, there's actually the corpse of a centipede here. Yeah, protection from alignment is pretty sad in Pathfinder because it lasts so little.
Stand ready. I can't cast it like that.
My will is resolute.
Let's just charge at the zombie.
These magics should be used in other ways.
Now we have a Lacedon Raider. The Lacedons have pretty low
We
stats
shall overcome.
for this part of the game, like... A lot of hit points, sure, but only 29 armor class for chapter 4 and hard, that's very low. Oh, a protected zombie lord. Was kinda expecting more armor class. Who's protecting him though?
Prepare yourself. Your pain is my pleasure.
Yeah, the enemies so far are weaker than the previous ones, because they aren't demons. A throwing axe +5, okay.
I am helpful, am I not?
Our path leads on.
I'll make my own.
Next room.
Something over there.
This looks like it's going to be a big one. There are so many liches here. I wonder where they're getting all the liches. It's like Baylors. I think lore-wise, there aren't supposed to be that many Baylors, but we fight so many here in Wrath of the Righteous.
Desna, guide my hand. I'm prepared.
I don't really use turn mode actually, I prefer real time with pause. I know it's a matter of taste and that a lot of people really enjoy turn-based mode though. I have always been a fan of real time with pause. Oh, I think this is another lucky dice. That's a very powerful weapon. Item, I mean. You can get one by defeating a certain NPC during the Dresden Siege. Choricina, I think it's her name. That's why my Scylla already has a lucky dice here. I'm going to give it to one of my other characters. Zachariah's patent and instant leech recipe. Maybe, Dornalak, that could be what's happening here for all the leeches. So who should get another lucky dice? Might as well give it to Aru. Lucky dice is a random bonus, but it's permanent for the entire day at least.
I will guide us.
And we need haste again.
I will prove my worth.
I tire
Okay.
of waiting.
I think I also need to find like the door to go beyond this room. Oh, seems like I'll have to go to another room first. This is a dead end. Unless I am mistaken.
Let us press on.
I think sometimes it's kinda easy to miss some entrances. Depending on... Okay, so there it was, the door. My characters are so big they can barely fit in the door and the corridors. Yet another lich who's going to be sniped by Aru.
Make your peace.
And there's another lich here too.
What's that there?
Oop. I triggered the trap.
March ahead.
Please, be careful.
We got a hidden item check here. A lot of these hidden checks seem to be just +5 protection rings.
field has now... What am I missing? Let me help.
I can't seem to...
My will is
Okay, so I can't charge now.
Adventures await.
Even if you charge with just one character, it's already good for the free attack. Oh, that's a Nightmare Lich now. Too bad it's already halfway dead. The Liches from Baldur's Gate too, now those are powerful Liches. Yeah, I didn't have anything. Okay, so I did have a maximized Metamagic Rod and another greater persistence Metamagic Rod. Cloak of Heavy Fortification, this is new. And quite powerful too, so... The effect of Heavy Fortification, unless I'm mistaken, this means 75% chance to negate critical hits and sneak attacks that your character might have received. And because it is, you know, just a cloak, not really a cloak, it's actually like a robe, you can equip it even with armor. I wonder who should get it though. Like, I might give it to Scylla. Cam, actually, because I really don't want Cam to die. But then again, Cam is already immune to critical hits, so it's not going to matter for her. She has the Icy Body spell for that. I forgot about it. And now it's gonna take me forever to find the robes I just unequipped. Where are them? Yeah, the Lich would have died pretty fast, Ronald. And it's also true that a lot of nice Baldur's Gate 2 spells are missing from the game, Kairos. It's kinda sad really that Baldur's Gate 2 so far, to me at least, still remains the game with the most fun spells and spell combos by far. And it's like a 20-year-old game, it's insane. Not even the mythic spells in Pathfinder, I think, are as fun as the combos you can make in Baldur's Gate 2. Especially with spell contingency, the sequences, the triggers, being able to cast clones of your spellcasters and so on. Now where the hell is the shirt I had Cam with? I really wish we had like an item filter that let us write here to filter by effect and text. Because otherwise it would take me forever. Okay, it was this shirt. Well, I guess I can give my Scald. And I actually am missing a ring with him. That's sad. Yeah, sadly no time stop on Pathfinder. Actually, I find it really disappointing that the high level spells, I mean, look at cleric spells, there's nothing here. It's barely nothing. Level 8 spells, you have somewhat more, but as far as level 9 spells, you have a very small amount of them. Anyways, I should equip this on some of my characters. Probably Scylla then, so she becomes immune to critical hits, or almost immune, as you only have 75% fortification. So yeah, this is another pretty powerful item you can find in the DLC.
Our path leads on.
Oh, this is a Uber skeleton. Look at the size comparison. So we have the skeleton champion Tiny and a big skeleton Bosom Bonecracker. A level 20 fighter. I guess this is like the mini boss of the area. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing, Kairos, how little spells clerics have here. Well, let's target the big dude first.
I will resist.
Disappear. Let's hope he drops something powerful. Let's see. So this is a unique item. Splinter Shred. Great Axe. +5 Adamantine, oversized, which is good because it increases the base damage. And Furyborn. Standard action to make a melee attack. That's garbage, sorry. Standard action means you waste all of your attacks for just a single one. Yeah, that's bad. If it was a swift action, that would have been pretty good. But for a standard action, it means you're wasting all of your full attacks for that. Yeah, Kairos, it would be really nice if they add more spells for the Enhanced Edition or the second DLC. I also hope for more fun classes like Summoner, for example. Would be nice if we had like a new companion with a new class, just like they did with the Tiefling twins in Kingmaker. So another island, I think this is the one right before the boss. Let me check. Yeah, Summoner would be nice. Yeah, after this island we're going to fight the boss of the second set then. I mean, I think some of the mythic spells are very fun in Pathfinder, but we are really missing the fun from Baldur's Gate 2, like being able to cast multiple spells at once. Oh, so we were already dropped right at the enemies.
I'll watch your back.
I stand ready.
I will not falter.
And we can charge, thankfully.
Search for the beauty with
What's
your
on your
heart,
mind?
not your
I'll
eyes.
make my
Wonder.
own legend.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Unrelenting Succubus Sharpshooter. Kinda weak though. Oh, I might as well go for Ranger's Bond with Aru to pre-buff, since it looks like we're going to fight demons here. Honestly, when it comes to Wrath of the Righteous, Kairos, a lot of the enemies actually do come pre-buffed with many spells. In Kingmaker they didn't, but as far as Wrath they do. Like the spellcasters always start... For example, even this Succubus has Bark Skin and Greater Longstrider. This is just a minimal example, but a lot of the enemies here, I'll show you some examples later on, they do come pre-buffed. Oh, I don't feel like disarming the trap. CH, when it comes to Kingmaker, well, I do prefer the story in Wrath because it's more epic and I do like, you know, traveling to other planes, defeating very powerful entities. But the entire stuff with the Lantern King in Kingmaker, I find that very well made. Especially the final boss with the Lantern King, where he has like multiple phases depending on each of his incarnations, like the Doomsayer. What are the other ones? The Laughing Lie, that Hornet Satyr. I really like how the story in Kingmaker comes together at the end, if you may. Everything really... I don't know how to say it, but... I think it ends really well. Besides the final dungeon, which is kind of a mess.
I will help where I can.
This is my path.
But yeah, it would be nice if we have a spell like Breach from Baldur's Gate, Kairos.
Clean strike.
What do we have here?
Something I like about Kingmaker as well, the story is that, well, I apologize for spoilers, but the fact that Nerissa's kingdom is actually the last grain in the cup of 1,000 kingdoms, the irony is really fun. But yeah, I really like how everything comes together. For example, I remember one of the parts in Kingmaker, like the last chapter where you fight all of the bosses again. and the main bosses at least. I mean, the true last chapter, you know, the Kingmaker, the Cursed King chapter. And then there's a certain sequence where basically all of your allies gather together and they march towards the final battle. I think it's really cool.
Let us press on.
So we have more demons here, and I need to recast Ranger's Bond. But yeah, I do think the kingdom management could be done a little bit better. But on the other hand, it was Allcat's first game, and I think for that, it's a really well-made game for a first attempt.
Begone, fiend!
Oh, a Mythic Lilith Song Mistress. We actually fight a few of these in the main game. Oh, the armor class is pretty high, so 61. That's big boy armor class. But she's mostly alone now.
Well,
The goddess protects us.
Adventures
I will
await.
lend you my
Oh, I might as well use Inspiring Command with
We
Social.
will be victorious.
I ended up casting it after the Lilith died.
I hope you appreciate this.
Alright. I think, yeah, there's some loot I've yet to get here. And this opened up a secret path. Man, all of the hidden items so far have been a Ring of Protection +5. That's weird. PH, so you're asking for games that have similar amount of choices. That's kind of hard because the Pathfinder games have some of the biggest choices. I mean, there are some in the Pillars of Eternity series. We have like 2 doors now. And have to recast Haste.
I tire of waiting.
Oh no, I'm out of... Okay, so I still have another Extend Rod here. As an angel, you can't really get 24 hours haste. Only leeches get that.
Contemplate on your mistakes.
Alright. Oh, Malign Succubus that died. This is the strongest succubus. It only appears like at the end game for the main story. Thankfully, it's not as powerful as the one from the first DLC, Inevitable Access. That one is just absurdly powerful.
For my path.
Let us not. These magics
A
should be
bright
used
future
in a
awaits.
way.
Unfortunately, our characters are all over the map and we can't really charge at that succubus. Okay, so we should be able to do it now.
Rely on me.
The world has suffered enough.
Open your heart to me.
I stand ready.
To battle, my friend.
Alright, it's toast.
That's how you hit them.
That's how you hit them.
I found
Stand with
something.
me.
Oh, a succubus guard. That's a new one. That's a fighter succubus. I have no idea what ability it's casting, so let's just snipe it to be safe.
Prepare yourself.
I wonder what Aru feels about killing so many succubi. Now we have to disarm the traps. And yeah, 24 haste is definitely a brown fur specialty. You can even hit it without any mythic path as a brown fur, although somewhat late in the game. Earlier now that we have these robes with higher caster level increase.
Together we stand.
Oh, we have a big boy Derakini demon here. The last sound you hear. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about the enemies being pre-buffed. This Derakini has freedom of movement, legendary proportions, greater invisibility, heroism, bar skin, false life, displacement. There's a lot of buffs the enemies having Wrath. In Kingmaker, they didn't really come with any buffs. I really should go for... Oh, so we actually took damage for once, because the Derachni cast a mythic demon spell, Telekinetic Burst, so it dealt irresistible damage to us. Thankfully, our temporary hit points wall managed to absorb most of it. Besides Social, which was already damaged before. Still, we can heal a bit, but I think he's the only one truly damaged. Yeah. And we also got some new items. Yeah, Arilu, as a final boss, she has like an absurd amount of pre-buffs, including immunity to critical hits and sneak attacks. She revives once, too, upon death. She's very powerful. On Unfair, she's super overpowered. So we got a new item here, Rod of Magical Affinity. Apparently we can use it to empower, heighten, bolster, and maximize spells. Right, I guess we get to choose the one we want. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this rod recharges. Well, I'll have to check that later. From the description, it doesn't seem like so. Let me check how the rod actually works.
Therefore I became righteous. Does it mean whatever I do now becomes right because I am righteous?
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Well, that's weird. I'm guessing maybe the rod automatically does everything at once, like empower, maximize, because from this here, from our item tab, we don't seem to be able to choose. Well, if the rod does this, then it's super powerful, although it seems to have limited charges. But like it's perfect for Unfair against a tough boss. Oh, we have more loot too, including a lore item, Priest Circlet. So the wearer appears to be someone capable of granting power to others, including sending them spells, like a deity. Well, I guess it's basically Nahindri, the Demon Lord that Nocticula first killed, since he seems to be connected to the DLC. Yeah, you're right, Dixon. She's only immune because she starts pre-buffed with Icy Body. The problem is actually dispelling her can be tough, because she has super high caster level too. But yeah, a trickster with the dispelling mythic trick should have an easy time. Right, so now we have to fight the boss. I'm not sure what the mysterious statues are for. Apparently to rest, but we can just rest at the ship anyways. Oh, we have to ride our pets again because we clicked rest.
I'll make my own legend.
You can trust me.
Alright, so Cam,
My will is
Social,
resolute.
No reason to pause.
Scylla, and our
I
Oracle.
stand ready.
Right, so now we are going to fight the boss of the second set of islands. But yeah, the battle with Arilu on Unfair, her first phase is doable, but if you go for the second phase, which can be skipped, it's super annoying. I mean, her Hellfire Race completely one-shot any character in the game. Because Arilu deals irresistible damage with her spells. You can't really become immune. Right, so now we should prepare for the boss of the second set of islands.
We will win this one.
I'm not sure if I should bother casting my short buffs. We'll see.
Our time has come.
Right, let me just make a save here. And there we go. I like the little fish monster icon on the map. Oh, everything is like different here. It's like gray.
This is my path.
Right, so as far as short buffs, well, we should use Bestow Grace with Scylla. It's really a powerful buff for your charisma characters. Scylla and Social are going for Eagle Soul as a short buff, which really increases their power. And besides that,
I heed the voice of the spirits.
I can't really remember what other buffs are short ones, since our Angel covers basically everything. Oh wait, Angel we have Sun Form. Sun Form is super OP. So my character goes from 67 armor class to 78 because of Sun Form.
I will lend you my aid.
You call?
Rangers Bond with Aru.
Adventures await.
Of course, we are out of haste again.
The world has
Well, I don't think I'm going to bother with Guarded Hearth, as this is the first time facing the boss. If anything, I'll cast it during battle. We are on unfair. The same for Visions of Madness. I'll definitely go for Inspiring Command though, because it has good duration.
I shall not be swayed from my
And I
path.
guess it should be it.
A bright future awaits us.
Oh, almost forgot the Scald Rage, which is super important. Right, so let's save and now we're going to fight the boss. Apparently from the latest patch notes, we should be able, the buffs should freeze whenever a cutscene happens. Oh, that's a tiny creature. Oh, but it summoned a lot of minions. Wait. Right, so far there are only like enemies here. I don't think the boss is actually there. We only have Risen followers. I'm kind of liking the cutscenes though. Something I miss in Ref is that you don't have cutscenes like this where the camera is on your characters, you know. The usual cutscenes in Ref, they're just like this and you have some dialogue here. But these cinematic cutscenes are pretty fun too. Besides, you can just skip them if you don't like, I guess. Okay, so I guess it's a battle where we'll have to fight a lot of enemies here. And then the boss will eventually appear after we defeat enough of them. The Risen followers have pretty low stats. Oh, but they do have a unique stuff like Zombie Rib Bomb. When a zombie dies, it explodes, dealing 10d6 slashing damage to all enemies. That's high. A reflex save halves the damage. So we'll probably have to heal because if every enemy is going to explode for 10d6 damage, it could get high fast. Yeah, Kairos, I think they're testing stuff indeed for Rogue Trader. And possibly their future games. So I definitely want to use Storm of Justice with our Angel, maybe to catch some of these enemies here before they can close in to us. Like just a normal Storm with a Quicken Meta Magic Rod should do the trick. Right, so didn't we kill them? Or were they left with like 1 hit points or something? No, we did kill them, but they didn't really die, I guess. I mean, just look at the damage we are doing to the Risen Follower because it didn't properly die. Maybe it's only dies to positive energy? Let me check. They also explode upon acid. Energized zombies. The Archpriest's weak followers are raised as zombies and energized a part of his force. Well, okay, but do we have like... Doesn't look like we have the boss so far. I guess I can try positive energy to see if they will die, but nothing in their ability tab states that they'll die from positive energy. Doesn't hurt to try anyways.
Redemption.
I healed, I guess, here from something. Well, they aren't really dying. So maybe I'm missing some enemy here that I have to defeat first. Not really sure. Let me just check my character's hit points. Yeah, everyone is fine so far. Maybe we have to kill all of them before something happens. Let's see. Oh, I didn't really cast my storm. Well, I don't get why my angel isn't really casting stuff. Okay, so... Well, for some reason I don't seem to be able to cast like my Storm of Justice. I guess I'll dismount the dog and see if it changes. Yeah, they should definitely have all died now, besides someone. Maybe we have to like go somewhere else on the map and that will do something. I'm not sure. It's the first time I'm ever fighting these little enemies here. They aren't even really exploding, which is strange. A zombie meat bomb, that's new. Right, so they basically explode, dealing all sorts of damage. But yeah, I have no idea why they aren't dying. Maybe try to heal with Social again. These other enemies aren't spawning so far. So, anyone there has already faced them that can help with what I'm supposed to be doing now. Besides just defeating them again and again. Yeah, positive energy... Oh wait, I'm not casting the damage undead version, that's why. I was just healing my own party members. Okay, so I got a zombie meat explosion. So one of them died. Let me check if Social actually damaged them with... Okay, so now some of them are dying. Yeah, they are finally exploding. Maybe there's a certain weapon type that...
Your existence offends the goddess. You are beyond redemption.
Okay, so we got them all at last. Although I really have no idea why it took so long. I guess there's some sort of stuff I have to do to truly defeat them that I was missing. So now we have Nahindran Rivers. And a Shadow Caller too.
Make your peace.
They also have like a possession effect. Oh wait, we did get some high damage at my skull here. And Aru too. So let's go for a mass heal with our angel. Or let's see who... Yeah, both are going to take a while to act. 5 seconds. So let's heal. I think I actually have some mass heal scrolls too. But anyways, if we die, we can just bring them back with our angel. So let's go for a heal here. So mass heal, okay. Let's bring Aru and the skull there. So now we have siege golems.
I will bring down the divine wrath.
We won't falter.
We won't falter. We already healed. Our characters keep being pushed back. I think the siege golems must have some sort of ability that pulls them in. Yeah, forceful pull, there it is. And forceful push, okay. So the siege golems can, like, pull our characters.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Maybe the siege golems only die to adamantine or something like that. I'm pretty sure I defeated them before. They have epic reduction, but that shouldn't matter much. Oh, I definitely have to bring Aru back. Alright, so I think some of the zombies actually dispelled our buffs, that's why. Like, Aru here is missing a lot of buffs. One of them probably has some sort of dispelling ability. So I definitely shouldn't be trying to tank with my Scald here. Because it's probably going to take a lot of damage. What we need is to cast our Angel displacement buff again. So Aigi's Fortress of the Faithful. And bring our characters back to the... At least Aru and our Angel to the back line.
I will erase your ugliness. Your existence offends the
I still think I must be missing something because I'm not really... The enemies just drop down and get revived or something. Anyways, let's just heal our characters once more. Social also has a lot of mass heals prepared.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Contemplate on your mistakes.
Right, so now we were able to defeat. Okay, so now the boss has spawned. Nilkov, the Archpriest of Nahindri. Let's check his stats. 60 armor class, that's pretty good. Attack bonus is kinda low, but I'm guessing he has some powerful special abilities. Oh, he even has a unique stuff like Shadow Rapier. His attacks count as manufactured, light finesse weapon +5 with Agile, Frost, and Heartseeker special abilities, and critical threat range of 18 to 20. Yeah, that's very unique.
Do not hold back.
So he casts Tsunami. And he actually knocked down some of our characters with Tsunami. So yeah, he's a pretty tough nut to crack. I think we got like debuffed with some of our buffs. Anyways, I almost forgot, Scylla should definitely go for Mark of Justice. I have been saving this forever for like no reason. This should help seal his fate. Yeah, he kinda exploded there. So he actually gives more than 100,000 experience, close to 150,000. That's a lot. I'm still not sure on the mechanics of the boss, like why it took so long for the minions to die. I guess I was missing something. Or maybe it's just a battle of endurance, I'm not really sure. But yeah, on unfair this could be pretty tough. So for another rerun, I would definitely consider using Castle Knight Guarded Hearth here at the middle. Now we have to loot.
We march ahead.
Nahindri's Unholy Symbol, let's see what it's all about. You can make a humanoid creature fight on your side as if it was your ally. That's kinda crappy, I mean, the difficulty class is super low. At least it's a swift action. Was kinda expecting more, to be fair, for the boss.
Our path leads on.
Yeah, it's kind of a disappointing item.
Let us not hesitate. Together we stand.
But man, this is a battle that would probably have taken forever on turn-based mode because of all of the minions we had to fight.
Let me help.
We certainly could use some healing now. I don't really think we need to rest, but I'm missing a few buffs. Yeah, Kairos, this should be available at Chapter 4. The problem is, at Chapter 4, the demons already start having a lot of saving throws. 30 isn't really that good. Let me check with global buffs. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of buffs here. Don't think we need to rest, though. I'm still at a loss at the boss's mechanics. I guess I'll have to learn how to properly handle him later on. Unless the minions are supposed to take forever to kill. And explode properly. So we'll get a new cutscene with Nahindri, so... You are the one to blame for my suffering.
You are the one making me remember. You are the reason why I can feel pain again.
His voice, which is pretty nice.
Get back, you worthless worm. I am the demon Lord Nahindri, his might and his future. And you are his past. A useless disappointment that can only serve one purpose.
So I guess both are Nahindri, but like different versions of him. I want my reward, you can butt heads all you like later. And what purpose is that?
There you are, treasure. Come closer. Don't be shy. We're almost done here. See? You've done a fine job. By reuniting our friend with another one of his key memories, you've helped us take another step towards the greatest treasure of all.
Right, so the final boss of the DLC is definitely going to be some version of Nahindri.
Just one last step, one last memory, and we'll know where our coveted item is. Then we'll both get what we deserve. You'll get your gold, and I'll get...
Let's go for a lookout.
I won't let it happen. I will stop you, tear you apart, destroy you, and grind your bones into dust. False Nahindri!
Maybe our main character is the true Nahindri all along.
I'll kill you too, Tormentor!
Nahindri's rage collides with your power and recoils, for it pales in comparison. Take that.
Our little rascal is acting up today. That's all right. That's all right. Come here, treasure. We need to have a chat.
Alright, so let's talk with him. Yeah, try to hit it with Midnight Bolt. Maybe we'll get another crystal. Yeah, the Baylor version of Nahindri seems chaotic, evil, and dumb. So we have to reclaim a certain jewel, which I'm guessing will come at the end. I want to check the little mimic merchant again, just to see if like the shop updated. Maybe the shop only updates in the standalone version, I'm not sure. Because the greedy chest hasn't really increased the stock so far. Yeah, the stock is the same. I have a lot of trash to sell though. So at this point it doesn't really matter. I mean, I have nothing to do with all of my money. Besides buying lots of mass heal scrolls, I guess. I want to just check the layout of... I guess my character's kind of stuck here on the map.
Our time has come.
Okay. I want to check the layout of the third and final part of Islands. Yeah, I saw a screenshot, Kairos, about the Mimic Merchant at Chapter 3. And it had a lot of nice stuff. Maybe it's bugged and it's going to be fixed eventually. Like, it doesn't make any sense that the merchant will have good stuff at Chapter 3 but not on the later chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have 6 islands. And then the true final boss. Right, guys, so I'm going to leave the last part for tomorrow because it's getting kind of late here. And I really have to sleep early. So hopefully the last part of the DLC should be a lot faster. Just less islands. And then just the real final boss. I'm guessing the enemies now are going to become quite stacked because this part is meant to be done at Chapter 5. We are on hard though. I prefer to do it on hard first and later on unfair because unfair kind of requires a lot of more metagame and so on and knowledge of what you're going to fight and when. With hard it's a lot more tolerable doing it the first time. But I guess now we're going to be truly tested.
We will win
I
this
will
war.
not falter.
Let me just mount my characters here. It's kind of annoying that you have to do it every now and then.
My will is resolute.
I guess for the true final boss, I'm definitely going to be using my low duration domain abilities with Social. We'll see how that goes.
I'm prepared.
Let us not
I
hesitate.
don't think I have to rest yet. I still have like a few hastes left, I think.
I will prove my worth.
Let me just make a save here.
Together we stand.
Always nice to compulsively quick save in these games.
I stand ready.
Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching and being here as always. And I'll resume the final part of the stream tomorrow. So we can truly deal with the last islands and then the final boss. I'm guessing it's going to be Nahindri. So good night everyone. I hope to see you here tomorrow. Probably around the same time or a bit earlier as it's Friday. So this was it for today's stream. See you around, folks.